Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day and let's get right into today's video. Today I wanted to talk about one of the biggest marketing disasters I have seen for a Disney movie. I am talking about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs real life adaptation, which since the start has been criticized. Firstly, for its cast choices, Snow White is going to be played by a brown girl. So Snow White isn't even white anymore. Dwarfs aren't even dwarfs anymore. So they have taken the biggest part of this fairy tale, something the story is famous for, and have completely changed that aspect of it for their own woke agenda. And now they want everyone to just accept that Snow White isn't white. It's in her name, a girl as white as snow, who meets these seven dwarfs and lives with them. But now they have taken Snow and White out of Snow White, and all there's left is a huge, confusing question mark. Imagine if Princess Tiana was played by a white woman, or Pocahontas was played by a white woman. It will become a whole issue of racism and non inclusivity. Apart from the casting choice, Rachel Zegler, who will play Snow White, has been proven to be one of the biggest marketing disasters for this movie. Even if people might have had some tiny anticipation, she single handedly has turned everyone away from this movie. Every interview where she is talking about the movie, she comes off as so egoistic and stuck up and just full of herself. She herself admitted that she absolutely hated Snow White. Like what? So why did you agree to do this then? Also, I didn't know that wanting to find true love, your Prince Charming, hoping for a happily ever after, was considered outdated.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
Not going to be
yeah.
saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
We can only be girl bosses who don't need a man and should end up lonely and alone. When did the idea of wanting romance become outdated? According to Miss Rachel, Snow White isn't going to be saved by her Prince Charming anymore. Like, bish? What else is supposed to happen then? You've taken out the dwarfs, you've taken out Snow White, you are taking out the Prince Charming. So, is she just going to eat the apple and wake up by herself? Is she going to set an alarm and wake up like that? Or did they also change that storyline of the apple as well? Should have just made a separate movie for a girl boss. Disney has become so lazy and so non-creative now. I am a girl boss. I am an independent woman. I work and make my own money. And when I come back home from work, I sometimes also help my mother around the house. I am already a girl boss. When I come back home from work, I don't want to see my reality on TV. I want to put my feet up, relax, and get lost in my fairy tale world where I am a hopeless romantic, where my Prince Charming, my true love, has come to save me, and I get to have my happily ever after as well. Why is that an outdated idea now? Because according to Miss Rachel, falling in love is so 30s. Who does it nowadays? Why is it okay for Spider Man to go and save the world and still have his true love MJ with him and be considered a superhero? Why is it when it's about women, we can only have one of the two? Either a successful girl boss career or your happily ever after. Why can't we have both? Why is it such a problem to these fake woke feminists? Disney has had such a global impact. I grew up reading and watching these Disney movies and fairy tales and wished for my Prince Charming as well, wished for my happily ever after as well. I wish to be able to sing to animals, to be a princess. If they wanted to make a woke movie, they could have made a completely different movie. But they are lazy and are going downhill. That's why they are using these classics to push their agenda while hiring actors who openly say how much they disliked the original classic. Why are these woke women insisting that women who want to find true love in their lives are living in the 1930s? You know what an actual girl boss is? A woman who has a successful career as well as a family at home that she loves. She's a girl boss at work and still has her Prince Charming waiting for her to come back home. An independent, strong girl boss is someone who knows how to take the perfect balance of both with her. She doesn't need to pick one between these two. Female doctors and nurses spend their whole days working, saving lives, serving people, and most of these women come back home from work to their Prince Charming, to their true love, to their happily ever after. Or a female soldier who spends her time serving the country and still has her true love waiting for her back home. A strong, independent woman is someone who runs a company or a brand and has her true love supporting her by her side. A strong, independent girl boss is someone like me as well, who is working and focused on her career and trying to make her career work, and at the same time wishes to someday have her own happily ever after. And that is the real definition of a girl boss, an independent, strong woman. These girls have taken the word independent woman or a girl boss and have turned that into someone who cannot have fantasies about wanting to find their Prince Charming or true love or be a hopeless romantic. Their definitions of girl boss is someone who should end up alone and lonely without love. These woke fake feminists have ruined more things for women than they have helped them with. They have taken this classic that has been around for generations. My mother grew up on it, I grew up on it, and now they suddenly want us to forget all of that and are forcing us to agree that Snow White isn't white anymore. And if they want it to be so inclusive, then why did they exclude dwarfs? Why did they replace dwarfs? When it's in the name of the story, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Their inclusivity is not inclusive enough. Rachel Zegler has hit herself in the foot with a hammer with this one, and there is no turning back now. She single handedly became the sole reason why people don't want to give this movie even one try. And she also came out with an apology which was on par with some YouTuber apologies. And in it, she said that she is a grateful person. Well, we all know she allegedly actually isn't. And it's the PR that are making her apologize and do some damage control. But it's too late now. These are the things that should have been thought through before running her mouth without thinking. But this is such a huge blow to her career as well, because people will be skeptical to hire her anymore because of how much negativity she brought to this movie alone and proved herself to be one of the biggest reasons why people are absolutely against this movie. Here's a theory of mine. She already admitted how much she hated the original Snow White. She must really, really hate Snow White, and I think this was her secret strategy to make as many people hate this adaptation as she can. And she's done it. So props to her for taking the award for the worst marketing failure in the history of Disney, or even Hollywood, I might as well say that. This should be a lesson to her to not be an a hole and the power that humility holds, and to stay humble even if you don't like something. There is a way of saying that and presenting your ideas. Like, tell me, why should I watch this movie? Give me reasons, right? Make me want to watch it. Give me reasons why this movie is better than the original. Tell me what's so new about this adaptation. But what Rachel heard was make them turn away from this movie completely. So, in conclusion, I can be an independent woman, have a career, and still want my Prince Charming, and still be a hopeless romantic, and still fantasize about my happily ever after. And that's it for this video, guys. What do you think about this whole disaster of a movie and cast? I would love to hear your thoughts, and thank you so much for showing love to my videos and to my channel. I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.